connect.
Hey, guys, welcome to Uwe Boll RAW USA. Yes, we're back. We are called Uwe Boll RAW USA again. I'm Gary Otto. I'm driving in my car while Uwe Boll sits at home in Germany. Welcome, Uwe.
Hi, hi. Yeah, you're busy. I see all the wardrobe in your bag there here through the seat that you bought new shirts or whatever. And so I reached you in your car, let's say it this way. But I felt it's time to give everybody some updates, you know. Um, we
Yeah. That's why, guys, that's why there's been less episodes. I've just been really busy, but yeah.
yeah.
Uwe, you take it away, my friend.
Did you watch also the Karate Kid movie? I watched it yesterday with Walter, uh, and I mean it's an okay movie, but I kind of like the TV show Cobra Kai more. Um,
Oh yeah. You see,
yeah,
think about it like this. Even in the Karate Kid, even in the old movies, what was the best thing about it? Like Kreese or Terry Silver. The bad guys were developed much more fluidly. In this one, it's like some cheesy, he's like developed 1%. You know what I mean? And then the rest of it is just generic bad guy character. The only characters that are developed are the good guys, and that makes it a little boring, I think.
yeah, because the I agree the fitness gym guy, the bad guy who the pizza guy owed the money to, that was all a little too easy cliche told. You know, there was no real opponent in a way. And this karate asshole fighter from the high school was also, let's say, not, I mean, you know, like they tried to make him an asshole, but that was just not enough. I felt also, think about the tournaments in Cobra Kai. They were stretched out that you really felt that, you know, the opponents of the tournaments at Cobra Kai were really good opponents. They were like, here very evil, or here like just like they had all their stories. And here, the whole end tournament took like 2 minutes. And then it was like the final fight. And the
And
whole,
what was up with the tournament and everybody was just standing there? There's no way they would have people doing close combat
yeah.
right in the vicinity of people. Wouldn't they be away so they wouldn't get hurt? Like that would be a lawyer's fucking nightmare.
Yeah. And I felt also that was like that cheaped out about it. I also didn't believe the pizza guy goes back in the boxing ring to pay his debt, and then he never really got the money from the boxing or what, and he never paid his debt. So the only thing he would get is a hospital bill for $250,000 after he was in a coma after the boxing fight. You know, so yeah, but look, that's the thing. It's like they have no more, they have no fantasy. They just go for sequels and prequels and new, you know, as we know, with the House of the Dead gets new filmed, and so I think they're kind of out of ammunition. And it was interesting. We were sitting in a movie in the theater, and then so okay, now the trailer's coming. Superman, then Fantastic Four, then now the Ballerina, the John Wick spin-off.
Dude, Fantastic Four looks boring as fuck.
Yeah,
It looks so fucking stupid.
and Pedro Pascal is in everything now. He's in every fucking movie made on the planet Earth. You know, he's also in. There was another show, another thing I watched. Then the Formula One movie with Brad Pitt. What I feel also, you can just watch that Formula One real documentary shit on Netflix, and then you have it basically. And I don't know what the Formula One movie with Brad Pitt should bring to the screen, what you cannot see every weekend in the races. And
You know what the Formula One movie is? It's Netflix trying to pretend that they're like a real movie. They're like, let's make a real movie. Let's make a movie. We can make Netflix movies viable. So they're desperately trying, let's get Brad Pitt, even though I bet the movie is just mediocre. You know, people driving cars, pretending like it's so dramatic. There's a familial bond that goes into it. I don't know. It seems really cheesy to me.
Yes, and I don't need another John Wick spin-off. I mean, I'm already tired enough with John Wick, so I don't need spin-offs of something what is toast and what is over, right? So, but I mean, they have no more new original ideas, and they have also, I mean, now they're getting, in a way, it's what they deserve that they trusted too much their algorithms and this kind of we go with the science. Uh, we make just uh, this kind of how I should say it,
Sequels.
sequels, right? Sequels, and we reactivate every single Marvel comic book and every now video games invasion of video game movies will get done because they're running out of original ideas. And I think that was the point. I recently had a discussion with somebody, and I said, look, David Lynch, David Cronenberg, John Carpenter, they all would never made a movie anymore. They would never had a career if they would start it right now with the kind of movies they were doing. George R. Romero, Quentin Tarantino, they wouldn't had a career at all. They would be all like, oh no, they're uncontrollable. They're not fitting in the algorithm. They don't cast
Yeah.
diverse enough. Goodbye. So it's like this kind of like uh,
Yeah, could you imagine Quentin Tarantino being forced to make like romantic comedies or something? Like,
yeah, exactly. Like we, yeah. I mean, it's really like it's very very interesting and very crazy. So wait a minute, I have to answer here. Uh, Yeah, I mean we're in right now. We're in the last bit of Citizen Vigilante of the post production of the mix and the color correction. So in 4 or 5 weeks, the movie will be completely finished. We have the aftermath of Cannes in regards of some deals for run, maybe some more deals for first shift. So working hard on this to close that deals and to get finally. My goal is really to get run out this year in the US. I mean, it's ridiculous that it's so hard to sell that movie and to have it's a very good movie. And to have this kind of, oh, it's a drama, we don't want drama, And I said, yeah, but all the dramas in all the film festivals, you buy drama after drama, and they only buy it because it's in the film festival. And Run didn't get into the film festivals, what is pissing me off. And now they say, oh, it's a good movie, but it's not running in Cannes, not running in Venice. And when I did the video, the funny video, and I said I won Cannes, it's still unbelievable how many people congratulate me for it. They're just like, I'm sitting here at my desk, yeah, and say I won Cannes. And I said that before the Cannes Film Festival was even over. And they totally believed it that I won the Cannes Film Festival. That shows to me like 80% of my readers or fans or people that watch my videos, they really don't follow up anything. Like they have no clue about anything in regards of the film industry. It's crazy,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's true. I mean, they'll take you for your word. They won't do any research, I don't think. And they're definitely not flying to Cannes, so
But they don't even know what Cannes is, I think, or they don't follow up that you're actually in the smoking on that red carpet going up the stairs or something.
I
Something.
think that if you hit Cannes, I think we would be talking about it every single day online. You know what I mean? So I think if it was
We would
real,
milk it.
it would be more than, you know, it'd be a miracle.
That's the thing. And now, yeah, but that's the world we're living in. So we just have to live with the fans we have. And
Yeah, it'll happen one day. Just keep making those good movies, and maybe one day they'll finally get their shit together. Because dramas are kind of making a comeback a little bit with the pushback from Trump's Hollywood or whatever, and we'll just have to see. I mean,
yeah,
I
I,
think you make
I
great
think what
films.
he's doing with the film tax stuff, I think he wants to make everybody nervous in other countries so that Hollywood now, they don't know, are the taxes coming, are they not coming, is it coming, or whatever the tariffs. or so they cancel already shows outside of the US. And I think this was a strategy to keep more production in the US and to make them unsecure. Like we cannot now spend money in London, in England, because we don't really know if the tariffs are coming or not. If he keeps that in limbo for a longer, he actually reaches his goal that more production is getting done in the US. I mean, he will reach that goal with it, because if you don't know if 100% tariff comes on your movie, you cannot seriously shoot in Canada a movie right now. It's like too risky.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, and we will see how that all comes across. I just read that the Ukraine people met the Russian people in Istanbul today, and already the meeting is over within 45 minutes. Everybody walked out,
Ah,
and so no deal, whatever.
well, no shit, because fucking what happened? Russia sent 500 drones in almost to attack Ukraine, and then Ukraine launched one of their most devastating underground operations of like missiles underground sent into Russian territory. They planned that for what, months?
Yeah,
Uh, so yeah,
I mean,
I'm so surprised, like
I have to say,
surprised they were able to come together at all.
yeah, that they pulled that off. That was unbelievable, right? So think about you destroy Russian top-notch airplanes 4,000 kilometers away uh, from Ukraine. That's unbelievable. So they brought in trucks. They brought the drones who destroyed the airplanes in trucks secretly over the Russian border, drove them 3,000 kilometers through Russia. That's from New York to LA. And so they drove them all the way there. Then they took them out of the trucks and destroyed the bombs and disappeared and didn't get destroyed or anything. Like, that's unbelievable. That shows also how fucked up the Russian military already is, right? So I mean, they lost completely control basically, and that was very hurtful for Putin, But I always warned the whole time about what we all have to consider is it's one red knob and Ukraine is gone. So that's the difference, right? So you fight with a nuclear superpower, and of course, Ukraine can really sting Russia, as we see, and defend themselves, but they cannot defeat Russia. It's not that the Ukrainian troops will march into Moscow, and and that's it's a high
But
stakes game, right?
do you really think that Russia would nuke them because they're right next door? They would have so much radiation.
No, I'm not really thinking they nuked them, but let's say it this way. But that is what I mean. Like, if you think things through to the bitter end, it's like the Ukraine in the very end has to make a deal, because they will not, like, I mean, Russia will, of course, not not be invaded by the Ukraine. So now we have two options. Right now, how I picture this is this: if they never come to any terms, there's still the chance that the conflict freezes based on exhaustion on that border. What is there now? That it's kind of like that. Not a lot of things happening. That it's like, okay, a few drone attacks back, but it's not like the full blown war anymore in the trenches. And I have the feeling for a long time now it's not the case. For a long time now they're bombing each other, and it's more like drone fights. Wait, I have to open the door. So, and Walter is coming home. The dog's flipping completely out. Oh, God. Walter has an e-scooter now. He drives with Natalie's e-bike, but he has an e-scooter too, even if he's only 11 years old. But he goes with the e-scooter everywhere. La, 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 la. So it's like, so since he has that, he goes rogue. He just leaves, right? So he's leaving and driving around in the city, getting an ice cream. So we lost control. And
Yeah, good for him. As long
yeah,
as he can handle it, that's awesome.
I know, but we have to be careful that he doesn't eat too much. That's like he always that's the risk with him. But that could be also actually not Walter. It could be also Amazon. Oh God! Wait 1 second. I have to run to check if that was the Amazon. Wait 1 second. Maybe it was Amazon.
Yeah, guys. Is it Amazon? George of the Jungle. He's come home from the Amazon. Ugh. Oh, my stomach hurts. Oh, yeah.
I hope you're talking, Gary. Talk to the
Yeah.
audience.
Oh, Uwe Boll movies. They're great. They're awesome. You buy them. They're
Look,
cheap. You can buy them on Amazon.
I catched my. I told you what I ordered. I will tell you when it's good.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
talking.
It's our podcast, but so
And but just
I
remember to do
bought.
that, guys. See, I was talking to them.
Good. I know you were not talking, but I bought. Uh, this tennis rackets to electrocute mosquitoes or flies. We
Yeah.
we have too many flies here right now in our house, and there are tennis rack things with a knob, and they have you can electrocute, like you swing your tennis racket and you kill the mosquitoes and the flies with it. I will show you. Maybe you never saw this, but it's very important here when in summertime you get too much shit going here. No, yeah, we were at the Ukraine, but the thing is this: we have no real answer for anything. It's like I'm tired of politics right now because it's just an endless loop.
So wait, what was it? Was it Amazon? Was it Amazon?
Yeah, it was Amazon.
Okay. You said okay. You said it was an endless loop. You're tired of politics.
Yeah, I'm tired of politics because nothing is new. So, and this is an electric tennis racket what electrocutes mosquitoes or flies. You do this in the air, and then it gets bzz, 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 and the flies and mosquitoes die.
Wow.
Now you know
Okay.
what kind of stuff I handle every day. Like, can you see that? Yes.
Yeah, no, it's like you're living your own Karate Kid, but like,
I'm a murderer.
with the chopsticks and the flies and shit.
I know, but there's no way. So now I have to charge it on the computer.
What you need is one of those chambers from like David Cronenberg. You could step into the chamber, you step out like Jeff Goldblum, and then you're like half Uwe Ball, half fly.
Yeah. Wait. Just have to do it. Let's see if it's already charged or not. Ah, yeah. So, yeah. That's my daily routine. So killing insects. I tell you, we had 100 flies in the kitchen. It was completely insane. And yeah, no, and I mean, it's this kind of looking forward for the summertime, but uh, we don't have solutions for the film industry. We have no solutions in the politics. Uh, it's kind of, where you feel like, I don't know what to do uh, anymore. I hope I can make a few more good movies, but I'm not so optimistic about the the world we're in. Let's say it this way. I think it's very much unreliable what's going on, and we don't really know how everything will unfold. I mean, I deeply wish I deeply wish uh, to Donald Trump on his government or to everybody, like, good luck. That things developing positive, uh, political wise. I'm not against Donald Trump in a way that I wish him all the worst, because from the US, Germany is very much, or the world is very much also depending on the US. They're all interconnected, Europe and the US and whatever. And if we don't come to terms and only fighting and have wars, nothing will get ever solved. Nothing will get ever better for nobody. So that's the thing. I think that's the message uh, from my end. I think we should not think too much about this stupid political left or right. I think we should try to get, in a way, together and do the right things. For example, with Iran, I read today in Iran. So the US are negotiating with Iran, but Iran has already 450 kilos or whatever enriched uranium. For a nuclear bomb, I think you need 70 or 80 kilos. So they have already enough enriched uranium. They say we're not building a bomb, but Israel thinks they're building a bomb. So now Trump asked
Yeah.
Netanyahu. Trump says, please don't bomb Iran. We're working on a deal, right? But the question is, how long Israel will look at this? For Israel, it's a directly life threat, right? If Iran has a nuclear bomb, they will fucking throw it on Israel, 100%. And that's the problem. Like, what you want to do?
Well, what do you think is going to happen? What is going to because Iran is going to protect itself at all costs, and they're on the way. Does Israel have a nuclear bomb? I don't. Do they? I
Yes,
don't think they do.
yes, no, they have.
They do. Okay, then why haven't they used it? Just because they don't want to start World War III? That's
Absolutely.
probably why.
I mean, if they throw a nuclear bomb on Tehran or something, people will flip completely out. And so they cannot do it, right? And I don't think they would ever use that bomb on Iran. But what they would do is they would try to destroy, with airstrikes, the capacity of Tehran and Iran to build a bomb, right? I'm sure the Mossad knows already where the nuclear stuff is, and better as the US. I mean, the Mossad is hands-on, maybe the best secret, like, better as the CIA, right? So, and if they know where it is, they will try to destroy their ability to make a bomb. And so we could wake up every morning and, like, boom, 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 then bomb the shit out of Iran. Then Iran flips completely out, gives way more money to the Hezbollah, to the Hamas again. The terror attacks continue, and with records from Lebanon and everywhere shoots the shit in. Like, it's just this endless loop of devastation. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
no, we've got to break the cycle. I agree 100%. It's we've enough is enough.
I mean, how long this shit can go? You know, it's unbelievable. Yeah.
But anyway, in other news, the Diddy trial is ongoing. Have you been keeping up with the details that have been spoken in court?
With some stuff, with the witnesses, the other rappers, and his ex-wife or whatever.
Like
It,
weird shit, like fucking he would have certain people wear certain slippers to get inside the house during the freak offs. Like you'd have to be chosen to come inside the house and wear these certain slippers. And like, I don't know, apparently people of like massive world influence were in there, like doing debaucherous things. I don't know if she means like the president of the US or what the fuck she's talking about, but it sounds like there was some high profile clientele that, I mean, even the court case is kind of like being murky about. And they were watching the freak offs, they were watching the actual video of the sex. Some people couldn't keep their eyes off the screen. Others looked away occasionally, while the last of them didn't want to look at all. And who knows what's in those videos, but I'm sure it's pretty over the top. What do you think?
no, I mean it's totally over the top. But I was also this week shocked when they asked Trump, "Would you pardon Diddy?" And he said, "Maybe." Right?
Oh God.
But that would be the end of his career. I mean, I have to say, I mean, I think if you, after all these details, I expect that he goes to jail for 20 to 30 years, similar to R. Kelly, right? So if he gets out of jail because of a pardon from Trump, there are two things that are then 100% crystal clear. Is Puff Daddy has evidence against Trump, and
About money, dude. It's all about money. If you have money, this week is proof. If you have money, he'll pardon you, even if you're corrupt. He's pardoned a couple people already who lobbied, they paid big money just to get his attention to lobby in front of him, and he's gave them like that woman. He gave her son a pardon because she donated 20 million to yeah 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 yeah. I'm telling you, he's totally corrupt.
he's doing that. That I 100% agree. That he did that already with that swindler couple too. Like they got out because
Yeah.
the mother from them, whatever, paid 1 million for a dinner at Margo Lago, and boom, they are like pardon. But I think with Puff Daddy, that would be like unbearable for the Republican Party. I think if he would actually, after a judge and a jury would put him to jail for 25 years and he walks out there, I think he would lose support, even of half of his cabinet, whatever. That would be too much. That would push it over the edge. Fox News will
Because
flip
you have to
out.
think how much money,
They would all flip completely out of it.
does Puff Daddy have? He he owned multiple labels, he had multiple artists. He's probably got a ton of fucking cash, and that's all that Trump cares about. So let's see if what you say matters. I hope that ethics matter, but I get the feeling that in the Trump cabinet it's all about money.
Yeah, but it's all about money for him only, right? So I mean, it's like when he says it's all about the money for America. I mean, it was the whole thing where Elon Musk said goodbye. Is all the savings he did against a lot of resistance uh, don't matter because now the budget will have 700 billion new debt. So, and I think that is also why Elon Musk, for example, went away, because I think he recognized that government is not a company. And you have like, at Tesla, you can say this is the way or it's the highway for you. In the government, that doesn't work because you need the House, you need the Congress, you need this kind of the Senate, uh, and all these people are also lobbyists driven. They also have political careers only because they got help to get elected. So now, if Trump goes across everybody who helped them to get elected or against their interests, like the pharmaceutical companies, for example, then the wind blows in Trump's face, and the support is dwindling away. And I think Musk saw that now finally and recognized he will never get things through totally the way he would do it if it would be a company. And that
Well,
frustrates.
yeah, if it was a company or if it was done the way that he wanted it to be done, they would have drained the coffers, and then when they cut the fat, it would have been cut off for good. And then when they would have had a smaller footprint. But no, what happened was he cut off a little bit and then something else filled its place. Like the Republicans basically are pocketing the money with their big, beautiful bill and all of the tax breaks that it does for the ultra rich, which are going to be renewed ad infinitum. They're going to be renewed forever. And it sucks because, all of the social programs that we're losing, all of the stuff that we're losing, yeah, some of it may have been inflated bloat, but some of it wasn't. And then it's not coming back because the money is already propagated. When somebody says, hey, where's all the money for the schools? They're going to say, oh, we don't have enough because of these fucking tax breaks. And I think that's frustrating. I think that for all of his faults, I think that somebody like Elon Musk probably saw it in that light, where, you know what I mean? We're going to make these cuts and they're going to be uh, not for pocketing and tax breaks. And when you see something like that, it's very like discouraging, I guess, ethically or morally.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, it's yeah, as I said, it's like it's yeah, it you
Because I
know.
mean, I don't think that Musk doesn't give a fuck. Everybody talks a lot of trash about Musk. I think he's trying to do something. I think the media reports him as being a monster. I think he has fun with the media. I think the media, like, he fucks with the media basically. He fucks with the reporting of the media. I think that whole arm gesture, I think was him fucking with the media. I think he did it as a joke, and I think it's a very in poor taste joke, but do I think that he's like a horrible person because of it? I don't. You know what I mean? Um, and do I think that he's a horrible person because what he tried to achieve? I don't. I think they could have done it in a different way. I think that letting everybody go at the same time and creating that kind of strain on the market, like there's a lot of unemployed people right now, uh, and putting that high level of people unemployed at the same time, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with them saying that people should hire people fresh out of college instead of people who have been career folks. It's like they want to go with a lot of like people wet behind the ears who are just learning how things work so they can take advantage of worker rights, and I don't like that. So there's some directions that the Trump administration is going that I don't agree with, like he has tried to strip worker rights, he has tried to strip a lot of union rights. They're chipping away at this, and yeah, I could go on. I'm going on a tangent.
Yeah, I know you see everything in a dark way. I try to find the good spots in it. Like where I feel like uh, that was the right call or whatever, or if this goes through, that would be good. But uh, I'm also in a
It's hard not to see the change. There's a lot of change here in the US at once, and it's hard not to see, you know, the social attitudes are changing. And it feels weird because they almost want us to believe that it's a different America than it was. Like it feels less like an America of choice, and it feels more like they want us to believe that Republican revisionism is the true America and that Democrats are evil terrorists or something. And I find that to be really fucked up and ridiculous. And I can't wait until Trump's out of office so we can have a two-party system again, and we can have like discussion again without the fear of retribution. Everybody's afraid. News corporations, everybody's afraid of talking about shit. We're not getting true reporting because he's only letting the mouthpieces into the Oval Office news sessions. Like I'd like to read news and be tested and be, you know what I mean? Get the real. I know that a lot of it is process, but we're getting less real news. Like people could argue that before it was more left leaning. Now it's definitely more right leaning. And I think that the truth is somewhere in the middle, like we've always said. And we're getting farther away from that the longer that Trump is president.
Yeah. Yeah, that is what it is. That was a good final word, and we will see. I was very much
Yeah.
against Trump 2016. I was very much pro Trump in the last election because I think Harris and Biden were fucking it all up and did a lot of bad things.
Oh
But
yeah.
I
Oh yeah.
also still keep judging politics as politics. And if I see no results or I see chaos, like what he did with the terrorists, for example, and that he cannot solve, for example, the Ukrainian war, or not really solve anything in all that. It's good that he doesn't want to do wars. That is good that he tries to have no wars. That is a good step. But it's also this kind of, sometimes he has a lot of sympathy for the murderers and dictators, and that's the problem. And that needs to be,
Yeah.
that needs to be like calmed down. He has to, and I think he learns now the hard way what Putin is all about, right? And that Putin was so friendly to him on his first term, that because there was no real conflict. Now, when there is a conflict or a war, what Putin started, he sees that Putin is not playable. It's not so easy to, it's like just, uh,
Trump is used to bullying people and charming them at the same time. It's charm bullying.
yeah,
And Putin is cold as ice.
yeah,
Putin is like, that movie The Jackal? You ever see that with Bruce Willis?
yeah, 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 yeah,
That's fucking Putin. He's like Bruce Willis in The Jackal. He's cold as ice, man. So I think Trump's figuring that out too. You're right.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, have a good one. I have more Zooms with production stuff. So, but we talk, and I keep you all informed about everything.
Okay, guys, please like and follow us on Twitter and be sure to follow the show on Spotify and other various podcasts across the internet, only available on the finest podcasts. And we'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye. Bye.
Bye bye.
Wait 1 second. Uh,